All right, I'm Nick, out in the garage. I'm sure you read the title. I'm sure that you guys all have a bunch of questions. So I'm going to be blunt about it. Then I'm going to do some explaining and try to answer the questions that you may have. Long story short, we will not be running charters or supplying rental kayaks in 2022. Now, the reason it's kind of hard to do, right? And it's hard to use the right words. We're not shutting the business down because there aren't clients or there aren't people who want to go fishing. And that's the biggest challenge, right? I've restarted this camera a few times and the business does wonderful. We started it back in 2016 under Nick's Guide Service. And I tell everybody all the time, I use the phrase, it was a half baked attempt. I didn't know if I wanted to kayak fish for a living. How do you mix your passion, hobby with work? 2017, we changed the name to Navarre Kayak Fishing because it was smart. It was fit the area. It was That's how you build a business, okay? And we ran over 150 trips in the first 9 months, 9 to 12 months. And you're sitting there and you're like, wow, this is incredible. Now, I'm not naive, so we had things that we knew the business was a shelf life, whether it was my legs, my health, the fishery itself, or just the number of people. You see Navarre grew so rapidly. Things that you don't expect, COVID. And COVID is a giant factor in this business, but not in a bad way. Uh, COVID is the reason the parts business exists. Honestly, like this seat riser, obviously this is not the original version, it's a little different, but COVID stopped our fishing business. It stopped the charters. It forced me to be home because I couldn't go fishing because no one was traveling right before spring break. And my buddy Brad, he was like, Nick, you need to make those seat risers. And I was like, man, we don't need seat risers. And well, now we ship them all over the world, right? So COVID provided the opportunity for the parts business, and the parts business has taken over. Many of you guys know that we used to manufacture fishing lures, and January of 2021, we made an announcement saying that we weren't going to manufacture fishing lures anymore because we were going to focus on kayak parts, because kayak parts was the right choice for the business. And fast forward now, end of February 2022, and closing the charter business is the right choice for the business. Now, it's hard to do. Stopping making soft plastics was hard to do because there were people who came to count on those lures because they work. This is a simple approach. Everything we do is a simple approach to a solution or to a problem, create a simple solution. So it's tough to close the charter business when I know there are hundreds of people that will take fishing. In 2019, we ran over 220 trips. That's an unreal amount of trips. And I did all those trips by myself with the help of just a handful of people. I remember Luke helped me out at the end of that year, and I had some minor health problems. I ran myself into the ground that year. So going into 2020, we didn't plan on running 200 trips. The goal was 150. We started saying no more often. And then COVID, boom, out of the gate, that helped us say no. We had no choice. No one was traveling. No one could travel. And the parts business was built. And I know I'm rambling a little bit. It's just part of life. Shutting it down, knowing that I have received phone calls every single day, is challenging. End of 2020, we started fishing with Jamie, and we started training Jamie to take over the charter business. And Jamie did a fantastic job. And Skylar's been an instrumental part of us running fishing trips during the summer. But Skylar's not always available. And Jamie, Jamie had some problems with his family, had a family emergency, okay, and he is gone. And we're not going to go into details about that, okay? But he's not available, and it's understandable. Really, we kept the charter business open in 2021 so Jamie could run trips, and I emphasized that in a lot of the videos. But it's not possible, and it's impossible for us to run the parts business and for me to run the charter business. It's just not, doable, okay? I don't want to make this video too long. The business has to make smart choices, and the parts business is the smart choice. Obviously, we're still going to go fishing. I'm still going to go fishing. We just can't open the guide business and schedule trips like we used to. I think that's it. I'm sorry for the people who wanted to go run on the charters. It's just not in the cards. There's only so many hours in a day. Many of you know I have a big family. We're busy. Some things just aren't possible, and sacrifices have to be made somewhere. If we get things back on going smoothly and Jamie's back in town and we can go back to running the charters, we'll do that. If not, we don't, okay? Parts is the future of the business, and that's that. If you have questions, I'll do my best to answer them in the comments section. I do apologize for the inconveniences. I enjoyed running the charters. I really do. I really did, and I really do. It's just, this is not possible, okay? So if anyone has questions, comment below. Thanks for watching.